Hello everyone, welcome back to Criminal Procedure. So this video is in continuation of our discussion of warrantless search. Now we are in Terry searches, or what we call here in the Philippines as stop and frisk search, as one of the exceptions to the general rule that no person shall be searched without a search warrant. Okay, so what is this Terry search or stop and frisk search? Actually, this principle came from the landmark case of Terry versus Ohio, decided by the Supreme Court of the United States, in 1968. So, this doctrine of Terry search is of two parts, the stop and the frisk. A valid stop by an officer requires that he has a reasonable and articulable belief that a criminal activity has happened or is about to happen. The frisk made after the stop must be done because of a reasonable belief that the person stopped is in possession of a weapon that will pose a danger to the officer and others. Now take note here that stop and frisk search does not require for the determination of probable cause. No? Unlike in other warrantless searches that there should be a probable cause before you can validly search a person without a search warrant. No? Like search incident to lawful arrest. Kasi in search incident to lawful arrest, arrested na yung person before you conduct the search. And therefore, when you arrest a person, di ba sabi natin, lawful yung arrest. So therefore, it follows na meron ng probable cause for the search of that person. Another thing is if the search is under the plain view doctrine, because if the object seen in plain view is immediately apparent to be illegal or to be a contraband, then you have already a probable cause to seize that particular object. But here, in stop and frisk, there is no need for probable cause. What is the reason? The reason is that because when you conduct a stop and frisk search, you are not conducting a full-scale arrest. Okay? Let me just explain this simply by way of an example. So example natin is yung ruling ng Supreme Court in a case na yung policeman, may nakita siyang person na pula yung mata niya and walking in a swaying manner and who appeared to be high on drugs. In this case, the Supreme Court upheld the validity of the search as akin to a stop and frisk, because the court found justifiable reason to stop and frisk the accused after considering the following circumstances. Number one, the drunken actuations of the accused and his companions, the fact that his companions fled when they saw the policemen, and the fact that the peace officers were precisely on an intelligence mission to verify reports that armed persons were roaming the vicinity. The Supreme Court said that in order to conduct a stop and frisk search, what is required only is reasonable belief or genuine reason. Hindi required yung probable cause. Kasi nga, hindi naman full-scale arrest yung gagawin natin. Ang gagawin lang natin is mag-i-investigate lang tayo. And take note that in order to have reasonable belief or genuine reason, that must be supported by a specific and articulable fact. Hindi pwedeng bare suspicion lang ng officer. So kailangan merong facts na magsusupport ng reasonable belief at genuine reason para pwede mo na siyang i-stop at pwede mo siyang i-frisk. Parang kunyari, isa kang police officer, ngayon, you are doing a surveillance or like yung usual na parang patrol officer na nagro-roam around the city para bantayan yung city. And then, may nakita kang person na, like, for example, 8 o'clock in the evening na, curfew hour na, andun pa siya, naglalakad pa siya in the city, in the public road or in public area. And then, nandun siya sa labas, kunyari ng isang convenience store. And based on his actuations, parang meron kang nakitang parang mali sa kanyang ginagawa. Kasi it would not be usual no, for a person at 8 o'clock in the evening na nandun pa sa labas ng convenience store na wala naman siyang binibili, hindi naman siya pumasok. And lagi siyang nakatingin doon sa loob, etc. na para bang may gustong kunin sa loob, etc. Ganyan, no? Based on the expertise no, or the knowledge of a police officer, pwedeng magkaroon ng reasonable belief or genuine reason yung police officer na puntahan yung person na yan, stop niya, and after stopping him, i-freeze niya, mag-pat lang siya, no? Ano yung tawag sa pat ito? Pat down outside the person's outer garment. Meaning, of course, hindi mo siya pahuhubarin, no? Parang ipat mo lang for, in order to make sure na wala siyang deadly weapon or wala siyang weapon na dala, no? Anything that is harmful. So, yun basically yung rationale no, behind the stop and frisk search. No? Hindi required yung probable cause no, in order for you to conduct stop and frisk. Parang investigative lang siya. No? Tatanungin mo lang yung person anong ginagawa niya. 8 p.m. na, kailangan umuwi niya na siya. Kung wala naman siyang kailangan, bakit nandun siya? And if, for example, the police officer, after asking the person or after investigating what is going on sa person na nakita niya na he thinks na parang may criminal design to commit a crime, at kung wala naman siyang nakitang mali, then he will just let go of that person. Kasi walang probable cause para i-arrestuhin siya. Pero merong reasonable belief or merong genuine reason para tanungin siya. Or kapag may nakita siyang contraband from that person, like nung pagpat niya sa outer garment ng person, merong nag-bulge na something, pwede niyang tingnan yun. Kasi baka something na dangerous yun siya. And therefore, in that case, meron na siyang probable cause to arrest the person. So, I hope you learned something no, from my explanation. And if you have questions, kindly comment no, your question in the comment section no, of this video. And see you again sa next natin na video, still on warrantless search.